I have to say, I'm extremely excited and happy for you for standing your ground and deciding not to go back and not to do things like you used to do in your past. This is how you are transforming and getting better through this journey that you are currently on, dealing with certain people that have been in your life. Right? A lot of people thought that you were going to continue to open that door to them. They thought that you were going to give them second, third, fourth, fifth chances over and over and over again. But you standing your ground, you standing on business is what's causing you to transform, and it's making you more attractive. Your love, your energy, your effort, the sacrifices that you put in, it's completely unmatched, my family. Completely unmatched. And the fact that you are growing through everything that you are going through, right, is allowing for more opportunities and for more things to actually show up in your life. And believe it or not, a lot of people thought they completely had you wrapped around their finger. You probably have dealt with so many past wounds. Maybe you have some unhealed wounds that you have been experiencing over the last several years or several months or whatever that might look like in your life. But now you're actually healing internally. Right? And when you're healing internally, you decided to close the door. You decided to not turn around. You decided to let people go. You decided to let situations go and stay focused on the journey. This is so powerful. This is so powerful for you because you have decided to take your power back and you are not allowing for people to pull you down. How do you expect to actually grow through this journey if you're dealing with old energies, old, situations, negative people that have always done everything to rule you out? And the fact that you're not allowing for any of that to happen anymore, it's almost like you're on your own wave right now. Right? You're just living in your own world. You're doing your own thing. You're doing it right. You're doing it amazing. And your energy is radiating off into the world right now so much more. How many of you are just experiencing more and more people probably staring at you? Maybe you have more people coming up to you randomly in the store asking for your advice, asking for recommendations or anything like that. Because you decided to heal those past wounds and you decided to take your life seriously and go in this direction rather than opening up, past doors and things like that didn't serve any purpose in your life. It's literally causing you to rise above in the world. It's like you're like opening a portal to just opportunities and new experiences and people that actually resonate with who you are and the vibe and the level that you are currently on right now. This is why your transformation is so imperative, and this is why your isolation is golden. Because when you take that seriously, when you don't always need someone in your corner, you're not seeking validation, you're not always looking for somebody to give you the thumbs up, hey, to let you know you're doing the right thing, you're going in the right direction, you're trusting the process, you're healing those wounds. Okay, you're moving intentionally in a way that's just far beyond your imagination. You probably don't even realize what you're doing right now, but you were tired of the old ways. You were tired of the way that you were treated. You were tired of being tired, right? How many of you heard that before? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Right? You probably have been feeling this way and you said, you know what? It's time for me to make a stand. It's time for me to make a change. I'm not allowing for any of this to happen ever again. And that's a promise to myself, right? You must pat yourself on the back. You must applaud yourself for how far you have come. All right. I want you all to look back on the journey. All right. Look back on everything that you've gone through, right? I'm not saying live there. I'm not saying, allow for some of those emotions to resurface. Okay, but look how far you have actually come because you've actually made it. Many of you probably crossed yourselves out, ruled yourself out, thinking that you were never going to make it out of a certain situation or out of a certain relationship, dealing with certain people, dealing with that boss, dealing with that family member, dealing with those friends, dealing with that, that narcissist over there. But you actually made it, my family, right? Really, really think about that. Like, you have come a long way and you were doing an amazing job. Right? You're doing such an amazing job and it's only going to get better, my family. It's literally only going to get better. And as it gets better, you have to remember this. This is when those people decide and try to come back into your life because they see that your energy is just radiating so much out here into the world that you are just so beautiful and amazing that they can't even fathom it. They can't understand how you went from here to here in that short amount of time. Right? A lot of people can't transform their lives like that very, very quickly. Right? And like I said, this is why your isolation period, that isolation, man, it's so golden because when you go down and you're starting to do self-reflection, you're journaling, you're praying, you're meditating, you're working on yourself, you're eating healthy, you're working out, you're going to the gym, you're doing all the right things and you're actually working on yourself internally. It literally changes everything. It changes everything. You can't open the door no more, my family. You got to let it go. All right, whatever you've been dealing with, all right, maybe you're dealing with something currently in your life right now. You have to let it go. Let it go. Give it to God. All right, completely just let it go and watch what's going to happen in your life. As soon as you decide to make this decision, right? You may have been praying for something to happen. You may have been looking and just aching for something to happen and shift in your life, but you haven't seen it because you didn't let go of something, right? You've been worried about something. You've been carrying something on your back and it's really been weighing you down. And the thing about this is that you could be questioning and wondering, well, why is my life not moving in this direction? You know, why are these things not happening for me? It seems like every job I apply for, I don't get the job. It seems like every client I try to obtain in my business, I don't get the client. It seems like my finances are going down instead of going up. It seems like I'm getting a little sick. I'm always having headaches. These things are always happening. But there's one thing, or maybe several things, that you're holding on to, and you don't even realize it, that it's actually pulling your energy down, right? When you step into that light and you say, no more, I'm done, you really begin to experience a shift in your life, because as humans, we're so used to things just being the same. We're used to routine. So when change creeps up and comes along, right, we're very resistant to that change. We don't know how to act. We don't know what to do. We get scared, right? Because you might be fearful of the unknown, right? You don't know what's on the other side of that door. You don't know what's going to happen for you later down the line, right? So we're going to tend to just stay over here in this corner and do this thing. I might not be happy. I might be a little content because I don't want change. But when you go through a spiritual awakening, you are forced to change. There's no turning back. There's nothing that you can do. And this is when things really begin to hurt you, and you might be going through a rebirth process. You're shedding your skin. You're shedding the old version of you. You're shedding old energies. You're stepping into your purpose. You're stepping into your light. You're understanding that that friend group was never your friends. You're understanding that your spouse, they was talking about you and doing these things behind your back this entire time, right? Or you were with somebody and they were always treating you this way versus the way that you were treating them. You're going through a monumental change and a shift, right? It's meant to happen, so you must embrace it, because the only thing that you can do is actually embrace it, because there's no turning around. When your mindset shifts, when your mindset completely changes now from this situation, you start completely thinking differently. Like you are escaping the matrix, my family. Right? You are escaping the matrix. You're stepping into your purpose and you're doing what you are called to do and what you are supposed to do. This is what makes you so much more attractive and such an amazing person, because you don't quit, you don't give up, you don't throw in the white towel, and you're not turning back to old things that completely tormented you and pulled you down. I want you all to just give yourselves a round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the back, because you have come a very, 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 very long way. A very long way. And you being in your own life, like you being in it right now, it may be hard to see because you know what you've dealt with, you know what you've been faced up against, right? But at the same time, there's people that's literally sitting back looking at you and they're like, how did you even make it? How did you even get out of that situation? How did you do this? How did you transform? Because just last year or just 6 months ago, you were in this phase of your life, but now look where you're at. You didn't have that business last year. And now look, you have your own business. Embrace the changes and everything that you have been, receiving in your life and everything that is showing up in your life right now, because you are going to make it. As long as you have the mindset, as long as you have the belief system, as long as you continue to keep on keeping on, you keep trusting the process, the only way is up, because you are the co-creator of your life. You are literally creating your life every single day with your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this again. Your thoughts create your reality, right? This is why hanging around those people over there, they had you thinking in this type of way, right? And when you were thinking like they were thinking, you were creating your life in a negative way. You were creating certain situations and circumstances to show up in your life. But now that you had a paradigm shift, a light bulb went off in your head. You're like, I'm actually the co-creator of my life. I have to stop thinking this way. I have to stop acting this way. I have to stop attaching my emotions to everything that's pulling me back and pulling me down and allowing me to feel this way. And I'm overthinking this and I'm overthinking that, right? It's not to say that those things are not going to happen in your life, but now you are at the level of awareness where you can catch that thought and completely turn it around. And when you turn it around and you decide, you know what, I'm not going to think like this, I'm going to think like that, boom. Things begin to happen, things begin to shift, you start to step into your light and doors begin to open and people are sitting back and wondering, how did you actually do it? A lot of people are stuck in their head, man. They're completely stuck in their head. They're full of negative energy, negative emotions, even their actions, negative actions. And then they wonder and they sit back and, well, my life sucks. You know, that's not you anymore. You are changing through all of this that you are going through. And this is why you are getting better and better every single day. All right. You have decided to close the door. You have decided to not turn back. You did not turn around. You didn't give them second, third, fourth, or fifth chances. This is making you an individual that is untouchable. And the right people are going to show up in your life that needs to be there for you and in your life. All right. So continue to do exactly what you're doing, because you are doing an amazing and a phenomenal job, my family. All right. So I don't know who needed to hear this message today, but I hope it lifted you up. I'm so proud of every single one of you. Continue to do great work. Continue to be the best version of yourself. Continue to work hard. Take inspired action. Okay. Because this is the moment. Like, you're literally in the moment. Like, you were on the cusp of creating something so amazing in your life, and you can't give up on yourself, and you can't allow for those negative people to come back into your life and tell you what you're not capable of. All right. You are so worthy of the life that you deserve. All right. The life that you want to live, the love that you want, the partner, the relationship, the friends, the family, the job, the finances. It's already done. It's already yours. It's already yours. I need you to claim it right now. Matter of fact, write it down below. Coach Kev, I claim it. I claim the life that I truly, truly deserve. It is already mine. All right. And I can't wait to hear all of your amazing success stories behind all of this. All right. I'm so proud of you for not turning back and for closing that door, my family. Okay. Remember, this is how you are actually transforming. There was a time in your life where you actually always turned around and opened the door. You always turned around and kept opening the door, opening the door, opening the door, opening the door, allowing people to do this, allowing people to say this. But now it's completely done. You've washed your hands with it, and this is what's making you better. This is what's making you better. Remember, when you are surrounded by like-minded people, when you are surrounded by people that support you, that want to see you become successful, it's going to rub off on you. Their energy is going to rub off on you. And the next thing you know, you're going to become successful. All right. And you're going to be doing what you are supposed to, what you are called to do. So keep doing that, my family. Keep doing that. All right. So I don't know who needed to hear this message today, but I hope it resonated. I hope it motivated you and inspired you. Continue to be great. And listen, if you want to start a YouTube business and personal brand, all right, if you need transformation, you want to overcome limiting beliefs, you want to actually transform through your life and be surrounded by a like-minded community of people, I got you covered. All right. So go ahead and come on over to the community. Link is going to be in the description and in the comments down below. Would love to have you over there. And I just dropped a second video, or not a second video, but I just dropped another video on my other channel, Create with Words, to help you grow your YouTube business and personal brand from 0 to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. All right. Or if you just need some guidance up there, I got you covered on there as well. All right. So come on over, like and subscribe, and join that channel with me there too as well. All right. So you all have an amazing day today. I love you all to life. Continue to keep being great. Don't forget to turn on your bell notifications for more videos to come, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.